I wanted to upgrade my graphics card to help with some 4K 240 testing I've been doing and decided on the RTX 5060. I was previously using a 3060 that ran fine at 4K 120, but I figured this would be a smart upgrade when moving to 4K 240. One problem I always have when buying a new NVIDIA GPU is which brand to buy. There's so many choices and they all seem like basically the same thing. I figured I might as well review this one I just bought to help anyone who just wants to know what to expect. It all came very well packed with lots of padding. There's basically nothing else in the box other than the video card in an anti-static bag and a mini manual I don't think anyone reads. There's tons of plastic protection on the outside, and you need to make sure to remove it all before installing it. A lot of it was stuck on pretty good, so you'll either need long fingernails or some kind of poking tool to get it all off. There were also port covers, which I always end up losing. I'm not sure if they're just there for shipping, for dust protection, or something else, but I try to keep them as long as I can, and I don't really know why. It also has a fan switch on it that lets you choose between performance or quiet modes. My PC is often rendering video, so I imagine I'd want the best fan performance possible. But I'd much prefer a quieter fan, so I've left it in quiet mode so far, and it didn't seem to affect video rendering at all. I was a bit nervous to install it in my PC as it's longer than the 3060. I thought it would be fine, so I carefully removed the 3060, which was still in great shape, and had a look. Overall, they were the same 2.5 slot width, and the size was basically the same other than the length, so I gave it a try, and it slid right in. I was careful as to not pinch any wires or anything, but it fit exactly as well as the 3060, and I didn't have to remove or relocate any existing cards. Everything worked when I booted my PC, and I left it alone for a few minutes to see if it would auto-detect the new card. I was impatient though, and after a few minutes I started uninstalling the existing NVIDIA software, assuming I'd need to uninstall and reinstall, but as I was uninstalling the software, it must have been automatically installing the new driver in the background because it all just started working. I bet if I wasn't impatient, I probably could have just left it alone for 10 minutes or something, and then wouldn't have needed to reinstall any software at all. But I just went ahead, finished uninstalling, and then reinstalled the latest driver from their website. Now, I only installed the NVIDIA driver since I'm predominantly going to be using this as a video creation PC and general desktop PC. However, ASUS does offer optional software that you could install if you're a gamer and want to do things like overclock it. I like that it's optional, so you don't have to install it if you don't need to, but it's definitely there, and gamers should at least check it out and see if it's something that you'd be interested in. After it was all done, I rebooted one last time, then ran the Blurbusters CRT Simulate BFI test. I didn't get any dropouts or errors, and the 4K 240 video seemed really smooth. Any flicker you see on the left is a result of my camera's slow shutter recording a high frame rate screen. It looked great in person. I was also running a power test at the same time, and you could see while the power would sometimes jump a bit, it settled at around 135 watts of power consumption during this test. As a comparison, here's the same exact setup, but with the previous 3060. You can see the Blurbusters test is constantly giving me performance errors, and the power draw is about 15 watts higher. This confirms the 5060 is actually a bit more efficient, which is cool because this is going to be my daily driver and on for like 12 hours a day as I work. So look, there's a million other videos out there that go into detailed GPU performance analysis, so I would strongly recommend watching those to know how powerful a GPU you might need for your setup. But if you've already decided on a 5060 card, you could pick up this one from ASUS knowing exactly what to expect and know that it's a good choice.